And welcome to the chat on the Dutch Mentor. Today, we're going to be discussing finding the right team members for your team, which is, at least say, a very difficult thing to do, especially if you are adapting a team, that you're coming into an organization or you get promoted in an organization and all of a sudden you have now new team members or direct reports. It's really a mission, right? It's really something, a journey map that you have to create. And really starts with yourself making an assessment to who you are, what you are doing, and the position that you are in. And then really getting to know those who are working for you, and really get to understand them as individuals. Part of the individual assessment should be to see and get the feeling of what their cultural background is, what their experiences are, and the results that they have delivered up to this point in time. So by taking that approach, you really can get the understanding, do I have the right people in the right role? Now, I simply anchor this by this. I want to make sure that each of my team members feel passionate about the work that they do. If there is no passion and no purpose, then really, how hard will they work for you? Do they really feel like owners, or are they merely a renter collecting a paycheck? That's one key assessment that you need to make for yourself. And using your interviewing skills as well as the assessment skills and observation skills, you'll get to know pretty quickly if they have passion for the work that they do. Secondly, is really the skills, knowledge, and abilities. It's almost like doing a competency assessment, but it doesn't have to be that formal. It just needs to be done over a period of time and observe and discuss different types of scenarios to assess how competent they are. Now, all of us cannot be strong on every single point. It's good to, as a team, to be very diverse, right? To have different strengths, different weaknesses that we can bring to the table. Equally important to have a diversity of experience and cultures on your team. It only makes you that much better and bigger and stronger and wiser, for that matter. So it is really a journey for yourself to continuously assess, do we have the right people in the right roles? And if you don't, what is the exit strategy for that? Can I find the right role for those folks without turning them off or losing them out of the organization, especially if they are contributing members? You just need to find, how can you reconnect that purpose and passion to the process that they are in charge of. If there comes a point in time, sometimes you got to manage up, sometimes you have to manage out. And when you need to manage out, then do this in a fair way, having a good dialogue with the person, setting clear expectations. And if they cannot meet that expectation, then it is time to take the formal steps of a performance improvement plan and exit them out of the organization. Sometimes simply through a conversation with the employee, they get to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Say, listen, I'm not really connected, and let me find a 3 or 6 month exit strategy out of the role that I'm in today. And you as a mentor, coach, leader can support that journey to find their way into the right location in the company where they can feel passionate about the work that they do. So on the flip side, of course, when you are now able to hire somebody, the age-old rule is this: don't hire from the first 5 people that you see per se, right? Sometimes you fall in love with the first person you see, and you miss out on somebody who might be twice as good. So take your time. Jim Collins has told us a long time ago, you're better off working without than working with the wrong person. And it is very difficult to assess in the first 30 minutes or first 90 days, for that matter, if they are truly a really good fit. So there's some responsibilities on the part of you as a leader to assess that during the interview process. And now I feel that usually within the first 5 or 10 minutes, I can feel a connection to somebody. Can they make eye contact with me? Can they hold a conversation? My opening question is always, paint me a picture of your career path, of your journey. And if they can do this within 2 to 3, 4 minutes, and they have a clear idea of what it is that they want to do, that really works for me. If somebody bobbles on for the next 5 to 10 minutes and there's no end in sight, clearly they're not very focused or have thought about this before. That's just my indicator, right? I can observe their body language and the process of explaining their journey map. Again, there are many different ways of doing this, but it is really important you go through your due diligence and have checks along the way. Have other people interview them as well. So a multi-step process is always the better way to go, rather than a singular point or an opinion. So take these items as an actionable takeaway from this little talk about finding the right teammates. Right? If you come into an organization, you're adopting a team, go through a thorough assessment, competency assessment process. If you are hiring new people, only hire the right people. Don't hire the first person that you see. Make sure that they meet your style, right? That it complements your style. It covers maybe even some of your weaknesses. It's really quite okay to surround yourself with super smart people, right? We all need to bring something different to the table to have even better outcomes. Let me know what you think about it. Just email me at thedutchmentor@gmail.com or visit our webpage at thedutchmentor.com. Look forward to continuing our dialogue and have a wonderful day and much success in finding the right team members.